Nice, nice. She's a good shot. Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. I am Fonrath. Today is Tuesday. I don't actually know if it's a Tuesday or not. I'm just predicting here. I'm just throwing out a random day of the week, hoping that you're watching it on a Tuesday. Are you? Doesn't matter. We are here to start yet another journey, yet another anime. This time, we are going to be watching Summertime Render. Now, this show came out some time ago. I think maybe a few years ago. I'm not entirely sure. I don't remember. I remember when it was coming out, and I thought it kind of looked good at the time, but I never watched it. It has 20-something episodes, maybe just 20 episodes or 24 episodes. I don't remember. But when it came out, when it started coming out, or at least when it was about to come out, I remember kind of looking at it for a second, and I think there was something to do with time travel. You know, I'm a fucking slut for time travel, but it seemed more like, I mean, maybe there is, maybe there isn't. I don't know exactly. For some reason, I think there was time travel. For some reason, I don't really know. Maybe it's because time is in the name. Summertime Render, right? But like, who knows? All I know is that it's kind of like supernatural. What I'm predicting it to be like is going to be like kind of slice of lifey, and then there's some sort of supernatural plot line going on. But yeah, that's about all I know. I don't really have any idea what the show is about or what's gonna happen, but all I can hope for is that the main character is not shit. With that said, it is early in the morning, and we are going to be watching the first episode of Summertime Render. We're also watching it in subbed, by the way. You know, I know some of you guys really don't like dub, and I get it, you know, but certain things like Vinland Saga just makes sense to watch in dubbed, I feel like. Also, I forgot to do this before, but, you know, let me do it now. Oh yeah. But yeah, as I was saying, you know, some of you like dubbed, some of you like subbed, most of you like subbed, most likely. But, you know, certain anime, like Vinland Saga, for instance, I feel like I'm just gonna watch dub if it's good. This is more like a Japanese. Names are in Japanese, locations in Japanese. You know, everything's kind of Japanese, so it makes more sense to watch it in Japanese, right? I mean, okay, Shinpei. Okay. What's with the... I assume it's in the show itself, the static thing. Okay, you see, immediately I'm already having problems with the sub because I'm trying to write down something and I missed the question. Okay. So it's been 2 years since he's been gone. Well, that's not good. God, she's hot. Okay. Like I said, mainly slice of life with supernatural stuff going on, right? You know, some of you know me. I am big into serious shows, and, you know, that little thing right there, you know, the whole, like, oh, he wakes up and, you know, smashes his face into the, women boobie, right? And then gets slapped. It's like, I'm not a fan of that, but this is kind of what I do every single time, where when I'm watching a new show is I kind of I try to get a feeling of what the show is going to be like first. So even though I don't really like how that started exactly, I like the weird shit with the blonde girl, but going from that seriousness to immediately now a stupid joke that isn't funny, it's that 50-50 thing again, where, you know, you have 50% seriousness and then 50% joke, where it's like you just go from a very serious moment, very serious, like mysterious supernatural moment, to a stupid joke. It just doesn't, like, you know, it's not good. It's not good. But like, I'm not gonna, you know, start ripping into the show so quickly.
危うく人生終了するとこだった。落ち着け落ち着け。こんな時は自分を俯瞰で見て落ち着け。和歌山県和歌山市北海峡に浮かぶ人ヶ島、人口およそ700人、観光と漁業で成り立つ小さな離島。俺は2年ぶりにこの故郷に帰ってきた。俺の幼馴染の小船牛尾の葬儀に参列するために。
So I assume this Kofune is the blonde-haired girl. You see that? You see that? Was that supposed to be funny? And I'm like literally asking a serious question here. I'm not like saying that this is bad for the show or anything. Like, I'm legitimately asking a question here. And I'm not saying it's a bad thing for the show. Again, I'm just legitimately wanting to know if you guys, you know, if anybody, if that, like, was that supposed to be funny? Because I've gotten to the point where I legitimately don't understand if, like, when an anime does something like this, is that supposed to be funny? Right? Like, is that like, oh, that's kind of funny, you know, she kind of couldn't stop and hit the fucking little edge on the pier, and then flew, you know, and then we saw a panty shot, and it, like, you know, is that supposed to be funny? I you know, why do this instead of her just stopping, getting off the bike like a normal person, and then they you know, they just go from there? Why, right? You would think you would do this because it's funny, but it's not funny. I don't know. Like, certain things just, you know, anime does certain things. Whoa. Hang on. Okay, so it is the older sister, okay. Well, we can immediately tell that the little sister, Mio, is into the guy. Who's this girl? She's the best character already. 100%. I mean, you can tell my type, right? Serious, hot, female. I'm guessing that Mio and Ushio are not blood related. That's usually how it goes, right? If one character has black hair and very Japanese-esque, and then you have the blonde hair, blue eyes, I mean, come on, they're not related. Let's be honest, right?
俺は10年前に両親を亡くして小船家に引き取られて育った。だから牛尾は幼馴染であると同時に俺の家族だった。島を出る前の日、牛尾は俺の作ったカレーを食べたかったけど、また今度って作らんかった。今度なんてなかったのに。
そうにね。新平君も辛いやろな。それより聞きました？牛尾ちゃんの遺体、岸形先生が解剖したいう話や。
Bro, like, I've been to funerals. No one would talk like this during a funeral. Ever. Ever. Hell fucking no. And I specifically doubt they would do that in Japan with their kind of like, you know, with the amount of, you know, seriousness they put onto like being respectful and following the rules and stuff. Like, there's no way they would gossip like this. Come on.
誰な今のあかんで写真ら
フラッシュ。
新平やっと帰ってきたか。
そう。
牛尾は溺れた子供を助けようとして流されてよ。俺が
Wait, what?
ついていながら
What?
溺れた子供を助けようとして流されてよ。
Question: Did they find her body? Did they find? Was there a body? Show me the body. If there's no body, there's no death. Show me the body.
お前の親父さんが解剖したって聞いたけど、牛尾は海の事故で死んだんやな。あの子見てみ。
I mean, of course they did an autopsy. Obviously.
親川しおりちゃんや。ほら、コバマートの。おお、おっきなったな。もう小3やで。さっきの話な。
That was the girl?
帰って救ったんがあのしおりちゃんなんや。そうやったんか。かわいそうによ。また夜に電話すら。詳しい話はその時に。
匂いや牛尾の大好物やな。
ミオ、お皿運んでくれるか。
お姉ちゃんの分もあるんやね。
Did we see the body?
ちゃんのカレー久しぶり。
I don't think so.
いただ
Sus.
きます。
Something sus going on. What the fuck? She's just looking at the wall?
あれどないしたんみおちゃん。自分の家ぼーっと眺めて誰かと喧嘩でもしたんか。
それで、なんで解剖なんか。
What do you mean, why?
そら噂に尾ひれついとんね。解剖らしてへん。警察の検視に親父が立ち会うただけのこっちゃ。なんや、それやったら。ただな、その検視で吉川線が見つかったんや。牛尾の首にな。吉川線。そうや。誰かに首絞められた後や。
Marks. What marks could there be on the neck on a dead body? Okay, first off, even if there are strangulation marks, that does not necessarily mean that it wasn't an accident. It could have very well been that there was some very long fucking seaweed that wrapped around her neck and then pulled her neck. You know, I mean, unlikely, but possible.
小学校裏のビーチで遊んどった。溺れて沖に流されたしおりちゃんにまず牛尾が気づいて助けに。すぐに俺とミオも飛び込んだけど怪しい奴はおらんかった。
Okay.
の話みんな知ってんのか。まさか。知ってんのはミオとアランさん、あと駐在と俺の。
Okay, let's think. Let's think. We have some information now. Okay, they were with her, right? Which means Ushio was the first to notice the drowning child, ran into the water, started swimming. Let's say maybe like 30 seconds later, the other two went in as well, right? Somehow she saved the child, but got lost in the water somehow. Let's say she didn't get lost, she swam out somewhere else. She ended up coming back in some other part of the beach, then met somebody. That somebody killed them, and then threw her body back into the water, maybe. Hmm? Not necessarily.
そっか。わかった。うん、ありがとう。ミオ。
これお姉ちゃんが最後につけてたネックレス。しんちゃんが持ってた方がええと思って。
Oh my god, please don't do romance with these two, please. For the love of God. I get it, she's, you know, upset, but like, please don't do a romance between these two. That's kind of creepy and cringe. Now this is a great setup for a time travel situation, okay?
ミオ、お前なんか知ってんのか?
Bruh, what? She obviously knows something. They did say, like, they listed off a bunch of names like, of who knows this information. I assume Mio wasn't on that list, which means the question is, how does she know? God damn. That looks good.
体を動かすのが一番だ。アランやミオもきっとそう思っていた。そして俺も。
じゃあ新平君。はい。探してる人見つかったんか？
え、探してる人？
今朝会うた時言うてたでしょ。俺メガネかけてて巨乳の女探してるって。
は？それほんまに俺でした？
Is there time travel? Because again, I have no idea if there is time travel. For some reason, maybe back in the day when it came out, when the show first came out, I maybe learned more about the show and knew that there was time travel. But like, I mean, this is another sign. Like, if he went back in time, he could have been asking this guy earlier in the day where that woman is. Oh my god. We're already seeing signs of time travel here, okay? But again, I could be just spatting out of my ass here. I don't know. Jays. In plain sight? Like, come on.
牛尾ちゃんのことなんちゅうたらええか。
てつさんいらっしゃい。
えらい大変やったんやで。実はな、小早川さんとこ一家全員消えてしもて。
小早川しおりちゃんや牛尾が命に変えて救ったんが消えた。
今朝な、8時になってもコバマート開いて。
Well, maybe they went somewhere.
塩見の奥さんが母屋の方を覗いたらやな。中はもぬけの殻。まあ。
Why are we acting? Okay. Why are we acting like something must have happened, dude? Their child is traumatized. They probably just took a fucking early ship, early boat ride to the mainland, and to get her to some doctor on the mainland. Like, come on. Did they try calling them? Has anybody tried calling them? Where are we running to? Just call them. I assume they tried calling them, right? I mean, there would be literally no point in actually going to their house. If it's closed, then it's closed. They're not there. Wow, you know? Just call them. If they don't pick up, then set up a missing persons report 3 days later if they don't return or something.
しおり
So 2 workers just ran off, and
ショックでこと
I mean there was a lot. I'm just saying, okay, I'm just saying, I'm paying attention, don't worry. But I'm just saying that 2 of your waiters just ran off, and there were quite a few people in the restaurant. So yeah,
喋れんようになったって
I feel bad for the restaurant owner.
ちゃうねん。その前から先週かな、変なこと言うとったん。鷹の巣山でな、虫取りしてる時に見たって。
見た
しおりちゃんそっくりの女の子。
That's gotta be time travel. 100%.
その次の日から学校とか通学路とかずっと見られてる気するって。
それって何ドッペルゲンガー的な
そらおまん影やいしょ。影の病言うやっちゃ。
The what now?
影
この島に伝わる風土病みたいなもんや。近頃は見たっちゅうもんは少ななったが、戦前まではようあった。影の病にかかったら影を見るようになる。影を見たもんは死ぬ。影に殺されるんや。そんで殺したもんのふりしてその家のもんも皆殺しにする。せやさけ影の闇人は昼子様にお祓いしてもろたとか、わしのじいさんが言うとったわ。
影の話、しんちゃん知らん？
いやでもなんかそういう迷信やろ。
うん、そやけどな、私見たんよ、お姉ちゃんの影。お姉ちゃんが亡くなる3日前な、私ら一緒に表浜のゴミ拾い大会行ったんよ。その時、あれ見てみよ。
アホか言うてええ冗談と悪い冗談あるぞ。
Why are you losing your cool? Jesus Christ, shut the fuck up. God.
お姉ちゃんは3日後にしおりちゃんたちが心配。
落ち着け
Yeah.
落ち着け落ち着け。
What do you mean? Jesus. Start thinking about it logically, realistically. How is it possible?
昼子様に行って聞いてみようか。
We gotta think. Okay. 3 possibilities immediately. Not even a question. 3 possibilities. 1. There is the shadow thing going around. This some sort of supernatural being, right? Whatever. 2. Time travel. 3. Someone is very good at disguises and is actively killing people, making it look like the work of the shadow thing, using the shadow legend as an excuse, essentially. But by now, with this information, I would suspect time travel, because a couple of things have already happened to this guy. One, that he apparently, someone who looked just like him, asked that drunk guy earlier in the day where to find this woman, this other, hot woman. So it's like, huh? Someone who looked just like me? Okay, that's a little weird, but okay. And now you hear of this shadow explanation who looks just like you, like a doppelganger. So I'm thinking, well, I mean, either time travel or we have doppelgangers running around.
昼子様とは島の北部に立つ人神社の愛称である。返事ないな。留守か。拝殿の方回ってみるか。どうした？
待って！今の見た？
いや、はっきりと。
今のしおりちゃんやったような気する。
何？
追っかけよう！
おい！
早く！
Honestly, at least she pulled him along. Usually they just run out, by themselves into the forest. And then the guy is way too slow to react. The girl disappears in the forest. and then he runs after her, and then they get separated. That's usually what happens, but, you know, surprisingly, she actually dragged them
も
along.
っと俯瞰して考えよう。
出たしんちゃんの俯瞰。
さっきのがしおりちゃんやとして、なんで俺らから逃げた？
確かになんでやろ。
Smart.
修正？
There's a lot of things going on, but it is the first episode. They're trying to... Ooh. They're trying to set up a... They're trying to set up a
この人、船で一緒だった。
very confusing, mysterious situation.
見よ。
Look at where the bullet came from.
お父さんよう言うてたわな。
I fucking knew it. I fucking knew it. Oh, okay, it's actually that way. Oh, okay. Ooh, this changes a lot of things.
料理やって。
Nice, nice. She's a good shot. Time travel? Time travel? I'm guessing, right? Makes sense? Oh, that's not gonna be good. Every single time? He's gonna get slapped every single time? This is very interesting. Very interesting indeed. Okay. Let's think about this for a second. There's a lot to go over, okay? I'm enjoying. I'm enjoying. I will say I like first episode. First episode, I like. Yes, good. I don't like some of the... Okay, we'll go over the negatives first. I think the negatives are too much fan service, pointless fan service, by the way, completely pointless. They didn't like it doesn't add anything to the show. It doesn't do anything. It's not funny. You know, it's completely pointless fan service, I feel like. Number 2, I hope they don't push some sort of stupid romance between you know, where are they? You know, between these two. I don't know. It just does not feel right. They're basically like brother and sister, right? Like they're in the same family. He got adopted by their family, so it's like you know, I'd rather not. This is very Kirito and Suguha-esque situation here. Okay, like let's not, right? I also didn't like when they were learning about the shadow here, and then she was like, we saw Ushio's shadow like 3 days before she died. And then he was like, stop fooling around, if this is a joke, it's not funny. Like, losing his cool so fucking easily. That's another thing that I'm like, kind of like, bruh. Like, why are you yelling all of a sudden? Like, Jesus Christ, right? Why the fuck would she be joking? Yeah, she's saying something that is very supernatural and, like, unlikely. But, like, there's gotta be a reasonable explanation to this, right? If someone comes up to me and says, hey, I saw something supernatural kill your friend, I wouldn't be like, that's not funny! Shut the fuck up! Right? I wouldn't yell. Like, you know, I'd be like, are you sure? Like, you know, that's kind of unlikely, bro. You know? That was another thing I didn't like, right? Now, things that I did like, though, first things first, I like the design of the characters. Now, this character, the main character here, right? Even though he's kinda generic, right? He at least has long hair, or longer hair anyway, and he you know, he has the different colored eye. I'm guessing that's gonna come into play somehow. He at least is like recognizable, right? His hairstyle is recognizable. Then I like the fact that they're already dropping hints at the time travel thing before we even see like the first big twist of, oh, there's time travel. They clearly dropped hints in many ways to this quote-unquote shadow or whatever. I mean, maybe it's less time travel. Maybe the doppelganger thing is not necessarily time travel. Maybe only he has time travel. But I don't know. You know, there's still certain like variables that are still there, such as, you know, I assumed that maybe Ushio and, you know, these shadows are basically people who have time traveled from the future, right? Come to the back to the past, right? And I assumed the drunk guy saying that, oh, you asked me where this woman was earlier in the day, and he was like, no, I didn't, right? I assumed that was like him in the future having come back into the past, doing other things in some other part of town, right? But the fact is that when he died, he went straight up back in time into his earlier, like, self. So it was more of a, you know, time leap rather than straight up time travel. So the question remains, are these shadows, are these doppelgangers really the same person but a future version of them? Or is it really some sort of like supernatural shadow creature that's like imitating their looks and stuff and going around killing people? And the only one who has time travel to be able to go back into their own body is our main protagonist here. There's a lot of possibilities for now. We're gonna have to see more before we can like really dive in deep. But I definitely liked this first episode. It was a little, you know, hit and miss at first with the whole stupid, you know, fan service, you know, the girl riding the bike into the water and then, you know, panty shot, and it's like, you know, you can just do without. Like, you don't have to put this in. But I would say when they started talking about the possibility of her death being a murder, right? And then at the end here with the shadow thing and now throwing us into this situation where people are getting killed and shit, like that's very good, very good. Regardless, I hope you enjoyed episode 1 of Summertime Render. I actually did. Honestly, I was not expecting it. I was fully expecting some sort of generic kind of anime slop-ish with a little bit of supernatural stuff going on, maybe like 5 episodes in or something. But honestly, not bad indeed. I hope I'll see you in episode 2, and until next time, fare thee well.